win 2-1 in overtime over the LA Kings in Hockey Fights Cancer Night in the United Center. Tonight, your Chicago Blackhawks played a hard-fought battle from the start. LA outpaced and outshot this Chicago Blackhawks team. And rookie goalie number 40, Arvid Soderblom, gets his NHL first victory in this one. Soda was outstanding for your Chicago Blackhawks tonight in net. We get this victory. It was a 2-1 victory over the LA Kings. A hard-fought battle. Fight in the game. The team was there to go. They got this victory, and it was a well-deserved victory. A hard battle. A goalie win. And we get the win in overtime. But first, I want to say thank you to those of you who were able to show up to the live stream tonight. I went live for the Blackhawks versus Kings game, and it was a lot of fun. We got the victory, and we got a Hawks win on live on the YouTube channel. So, let's get into the stats of the game. Today, the Hawks were not good when it came to the faceoff dot. This team is the best at the faceoff percentage this season. Well, none of them were really that strong. Kopitar and Dano were just killing the Hawks at the faceoff dot. It went 60% in favor for the LA Kings in tonight's game. And the Kings had a lot of offensive zone attack, because they outshot the Hawks 33-19 in today's action. And also, the Hawks went 0 for 1 on the power play. The Kings went 0 for 2. There was going to be a 4-minute power play for the LA Kings, but the refs reviewed it, and they checked it out right and did the right call for seeing a Kings player cause the high stick of Caleb Jones to throw into the stick of Lazant, and well, it doesn't get a penalty. So the Kings went 0 for 2 on the power play. Hawks went 0 for 1. Shots per period, 9-5 in favor for the Kings in the first period, 12-8 in favor for the Kings in the second, 11-5 in favor for the Kings in the third, 1-1 in. So split in overtime, and then total shots, of course, was 33-19. This was a rough game. Hawks could not generate a lot of shots. A lot of their shots were coming from the point, and usually you can generate from that. And well, our one goal in overtime was generated from a shot from the point. So let's get into the goals of the game, shall we? In the first period, as you could tell if you were in the stream, you could tell it was a little bit frustrating. Hawks were playing a lot better than what the stats showed, but they could not get anything out of their zone. They could not generate. Soderblom was playing strong, and we had to protect. So we go into the first period. It remained 0-0 after 1. Hawks and Kings were stuck in a stalemate. It was back and forth. Hawks had a few chances. The Kings had a few chances. Hawks had a penalty kill. They killed it. LA didn't, but we go to the second period, and the Hawks and Kings continue to have a stalemate. In the second period of play, you could see the Hawks were trying to press a lot into that offensive zone, and they just couldn't. When they just could not generate. And they get a lucky opportunity, though, in the second period of play. It took pretty much half of the game till we see the first goal of the game go on the board. And this happened at 12:54 in the second period. Scored by number 17, Jason Dickinson. his 4th of the season, assisted by number 82, Caleb Jones, and number 48, Philip Roos, to give the Hawks a 1-0 lead at 12:54 in the second period of play. This goal by Dickinson was a redirection up front in the slot. Jones shoots the puck from the point, and it gets redirected, tipped in past Jonathan Quick, and, well, we lead 1-0. This goal should spark the Hawks, as the Hawks weren't generating much, but they were able to get on the board. Should spark momentum, and it kind of did for a few moments. But until 4 minutes later, at 16:24, a costly bounce happened, leading to a 2-0 break, and Lazon scores his 3rd of the season, assisted by Kaliev and Walker, to make it a 1-1 game. This was a breakdown. The Hawks had Caleb Jones not anywhere to be found, and Philip Roos was hung out to dry, where it led to a 2-0 break against the Hawks, and Arvid Soderblom had nothing to do. He could not make a save off a 2-0 break. It was a tough opportunity, and, well, it's a tied game. LA continued to press after that. Hawks were able to defend well, and we go to the third period of play. Stalemate remains. It was a back-and-forth game. In this third period of play, Hawks were called for a penalty. They killed it. And the Hawks and Kings were the Kings were really peppering shots onto Arvid. And Soderblom was able to make those saves. Timely saves, and helping this Hawks team get that point. So we go to the overtime. And in the overtime, it only took 1:31, and we get the goal. At 1:31 in the overtime, scored by number 19, Jonathan Toews, his 7th of the season for the GWGNOT, assisted by number 6, Jake McCabe, and number 89, Andreas Athanasiou, to give the Hawks the 2-1 win in overtime. Before this goal by Taser in overtime, the Kings had an opportunity. Soderblom made a save, and the Hawks had a defensive zone faceoff. Taser wins the faceoff back. Hawks go on a rush, go into the offensive zone. Kings steal it. And then McCabe steals it back, sets up a pass in the slot to Taser. Taser beats Jonathan Quick, and the Hawks win it in overtime. And it was a beaut. Taser red hot stick continues. He still leads the team in goals with his 7th on the season. He's playing outstanding to start the season. It's been a good run for Taser. 7 goals in 11 games played is the best goal pace Taze has been on in his career. This is good to see. Taser is back. And, well, we get this victory in overtime in a special way. Hawks win it on their final game in the United Center for a few weeks. For basically, for just about a week and a half now. Don't come back to the UC until November 14th when they play the Hurricanes. They go up to Winnipeg, then go face the LA Kings again in 1 week in LA, and then they play Anaheim, then come back to Chicago after that. This should be a fun road trip the Hawks go on. It might be a tough one, but it should be a fun one. Down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action. And those of you who came by the live stream again, thank you. I really appreciate it. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, Hawks win! Hawks win! And let's go Hawks!